Welcome to the Seeco installation video series. These videos cover the most significant adjustment procedures for our most popular products. This specific video presents the adjustment procedure for the blade insertion depth. The purpose of this procedure is to position the end of the blade at the proper insertion depth within the female jaw contact fingers. At the proper insertion depth, current transfer between the male and female contacts is optimal with minimal heat rise. In addition, the proper insertion depth minimizes the operating effort to open and close the switch. The insertion depth is regulated by sliding the base of the female jaw assembly forward and backward. The female jaw assembly is located on top of the stationary pedestal insulator. This procedure applies to all side brake switch configurations, all voltage ratings, and all current ratings. This procedure requires a 3/4 inch speed wrench, tape measure, and marking device. To begin the adjustment procedure, first place the blade into the fully closed position where the blade and female jaw assembly are completely straight and in line with each other, as shown in the image here. Do not push the blade beyond this position. Maximum contact pressure and operating performance are achieved when the blade and jaw are in straight alignment. The female jaw assembly can be damaged if you push the blade substantially beyond this point. Now visually inspect the insertion depth of the blade into the jaw. Find the parting line of the blade where the blade end casting and the copper blade tube meet to form a visible seam. Find the radius end of the stainless steel backup spring on any of the 4 copper contact fingers. The tip of the radius end is the approximate position of the spherical silver contact buttons on the underside of the contact fingers. Optimal contact engagement is achieved when the visible seam of the blade overlaps or extends beyond the radius end of the backup spring by 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch. In this range, the spherical silver contact buttons pass current to the high conductivity copper tube rather than the lower conductivity blade end casting. If the insertion depth of the blade end does not meet the required range of 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch, you will need to slide the base of the female jaw assembly forward or backward using the slotted adjustment feature of the jaw housing. Start by marking the existing hardware position with a black marker. Mark the ribs of both castings and the bolt head, which is your starting position before adjustment. Pull the blade out of the jaw in the open switch direction. The jaw will also open. Now push the jaw closed with moderate effort, and it will lock into place when it reaches the switch closed position. Loosen the hardware on both sides of the jaw assembly. Slide the jaw forward or backward as needed to increase or decrease the original insertion depth and gain the required range of overlap. Use the original black marks on both castings as a reference point. As you slide the jaw, be sure to keep the movement parallel to the original position, not allowing one side of the jaw housing to lead the other. This can be determined by simple visual inspection and does not require measurement. If you are in doubt, view the female jaw housing from above and compare the length of the exposed slot leading and trailing the carriage bolts on both sides of the housing. The length of the leading slot should be approximately the same on both sides of the housing. The complete procedure can be viewed here. A word about safety. The adjustment procedures offered here are a general guideline and should never supersede your organization's own work and safety procedures. Any information presented in this video must always be interpreted with respect to site or work conditions, personnel experience, and equipment capability. If you need additional information, have questions, or wish to speak with a Seeco field engineer, please call 704-392-1396. Thank you.